Okay, so we might be expecting some scattered rain showers and heavy snow around around the northeast area, and also in the plains. There might be some heavy thunderstorms. There might be some rain, and in the north up to Minnesota, there might be some snow. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first, let's look at the southeast U.S. because mostly just be rain in this area, in the places like Miami, Arlington, Virginia, Little Rock. Let's see. So it might start as rain. It might start as some rain in the first few hours. Then it might turn into freezing rain. Then snow. This might be some very light snow, and then back to rain again. Back to rain again. On this is happening on March, like in March, third through fourth. It's definitely gonna change, but it's still gonna be active. The weather's still gonna be active all the way, like even in this area. So let's continue forward to seeing what could possibly happen. There might be some isolated severe storms in places like Texas, Arkansas, all the way up to Indiana. If we continue forward, there might be some continual rain in places like Oklahoma. There might be rain for a while in these areas. And then once we go forward to very far in the future, March 11th, which is in 11 days, I guess, we would get more activity. Like, this is not exactly what is going to happen. This is not what's really going to happen, but we know that there might still be some activity. So let's go to the south central US and places like New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma. There might be some scattered showers throughout March, and the snow is going to be happening, and the snow might be happening just right above northern Missouri. There's no snow to be expected in Texas or Louisiana or southern New Mexico anymore. No more snow. It only happened one time this year, and I mentioned it in past videos, but there should be no more in March. So let's see. There might be some scattered showers. Maybe some scattered showers later, and there might be a bunch of scattered showers throughout days of March. It might be a rainy month. This looks like a lot of activity. So let's look at total accumulated precipitation in here, and we can see that it just keeps accumulating and accumulating. And the hotspots are going to be in eastern Oklahoma and southern Missouri, and all the purple spots, just all of these. Like this might be a lot. This might be around 3 inches total from now to March 16th. There might be around up to 10 inches in eastern Oklahoma and in southern Texas, places like McAllen. There might be around 1 inch, or Houston might be 2 or 3 inches of total accumulated precipitation. Now let's look at the whole U.S. and look at total snowfall. So right now, obviously there's going to be snowfall in the northern places, but as we continue on, we can see that there will be some snow. There might be some snowfall in in Missouri, in central Missouri, and in Topeka, Kansas, might be around 3 to 4 inches in some areas. Okay, now let's continue on to the northeast. Over here, there's already around 3 feet of snow mentioned in places like New Jersey and New York City. So that was crazy. And if we continue on, it looks like on March 6th, there looks like in in places like Winnipeg, Canada, and very very northern North Dakota, Minnesota. This looks like 2 feet of snow. That could be in Winnipeg. Okay. Wow. And it just keeps accumulating. And yeah, in all the northern places we'll get all the snow. There might be potential activity continuing on to the middle of March where it looks like there might be, oh my gosh, there might be another foot of snow and then a foot and a half right here. There's potential for that to happen, but we do not know yet. Okay, now let's go to the European model. Let's see what that's saying for all the total accumulated just general precipitation. That's obviously snow. Okay. And first I'm going to go to the south central US to look at places like Texas and Oklahoma. There's obviously going to be a lot of rain in this area right here. This area is the hot spot. Okay. This is that's what we looked like over here. So, but now, oops, I did not mean to do that. It might be on this line right here, places kind of on the I-35 corridor, San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Tulsa. Okay, let's take a look at this. Yeah, it might be a rainy next month. So yeah, last day of February, and this is what we got predicted for March. It might just start as scattered showers from now on, like from this week. From next week. Next week it just might be some scattered showers. Then the week after there might be a little bit more of activity down here, which is what it looks like. So now let's look at the north central US. There might be some snow up here. There might be snow in the top of northern Missouri and might turn into rain on southern parts. Looks like there's a large swath of area where it will fall. Now let's look at northeast US, kind of like Pennsylvania, New York, the northeast. So it'll rewind this. There might also be some isolated snow showers, isolated rain throughout most of the month of March. This looks like snow to me. This looks like it would turn into snow because of how cold it is. It's still cold up there. It's like really cold. Global. So let's go back to the GFS. Let's see what this says. looks like there might be some lake effect snow hotspots like in Erie, Niagara Falls, and over here too, and kind of Indianapolis, and then right here, Totolo. What cities are in this area? I don't really know. I can't really think of can't really think of any cities here on the top of my head, but it looks like there's gonna be a lot of precipitation right here. Okay, now let's look at the western U.S. Let's look at California. Let's see how much precipitation it's gonna get over here on the GFS. So probably in Northern California, in okay, what cities are in that area? Eureka, I think Eureka on the coast might get some scattered showers, and also Washington up here, Oregon. And there's a direct line up here where it's gonna stop because of the mountains. The mountains across this area. Los Angeles doesn't look like it's getting any precipitation. Orange County, Los Angeles, anywhere in that area doesn't look like it's getting much or any at all. Maybe in the mountains there might be some heavy precipitation, maybe snow, but it doesn't look like it's getting any for all we know. And even parts of Nevada, like Las Vegas, doesn't look like it's getting any. Salt Lake City might get around a total of an inch in that by the middle of next month. Not that much, but it's still some precipitation. Might turn into snow in the mountains. And here's Phoenix, Arizona. It just might get a little bit of an inch throughout the days. And even parts of the Mexican Peninsula, Baja California, it might get around 2 inches. I don't really know who lives there, but now let's look at North America and take a look at the just total accumulated precipitation, just all of, like, just the whole entirety of North America. It looks like Alaska, Juneau, Alaska might be getting some heavy precipitation, but so are parts of Oklahoma and Texas. So looking at the middle of Central America, might be getting some isolated showers throughout. But most of Texas is getting some precipitation in March. It's gonna be a rainy month. Don't know how long that's gonna last really, but it is gonna be kind of rainy throughout, and it's gonna. Let's take a look at the climate. The climate, and let's look at the eastern U.S. Okay, so it looks like it's most of the. Oh shoot! It looks like most of the warm air is gonna stay. Let's look at this. Okay, February 28th. So the cool air is still gonna stay in the northern places as it normally does. Let's look at the whole entirety of the U.S. Yes, in places like Canada and Washington and Montana, Idaho, it might be warm. It might be warm for the rest of the months in March. But right now, there's a big swath of cool air in Canada right now. I don't know if it's ready to push down back into the US. I don't think so. In this time, winter is gonna end in 20 days, around 20 days, I could say. So we are not expecting for it to get that much cold again. So if you live in the southern places, like over here, you're not gonna see any snow. If you live in the central places over here, you might see a little bit of snow. If you live in the northeast, you're still gonna see annual snow. If you live in places like Minnesota and the Dakotas, you might see also annual snow. And if you live in places like Southern California, Los Angeles, or Las Vegas, you just see nothing. You just see no precipitation, not really anything. That's basically the gist of it. So I'm gonna end the video here and have a good day.